How are you staying focused on your purpose and your objectives each day and each week? This week I'm going to show you how I do it using Todoist. Hello and welcome to another episode of my Working with Todoist series. My name is Pullein and this week it's all about your purpose and your objectives. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you something that I started about 3 or 4 months ago in Todoist that I've been using pretty much every single day and certainly every single week to keep me focused on what I have determined is important to me. Now, the reason I've done this is because it's so easy in today's world to be dragged off by other people's agendas, to be distracted and to be pulled away from the things that you really want to focus in on each day and each week and indeed each month. So I put together a project in my Todoist that will enable me to stay focused on the things that I have identified are important. So that's what I'm going to show you this week. Now, before I go into Todoist, I would just like to say if you do get any value from this episode, I would be most appreciative if you would hit that like button. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet and you want to get all the tips and tricks about Todoist, then please subscribe to my channel. Okay, let me take you into Todoist now and show you how I stay focused every day. Okay, so as I mentioned in the introduction, the goal of this project is to keep you focused on what's truly important to you. And that's because throughout the week, throughout the day, it's very easy to get caught up in the trivialities of the day, although at the time we probably don't think they're trivialities. But if you look back in 12 months' time, you probably couldn't remember what you did on that specific day. We only generally remember the truly important things in our lives, and that's what we want to be focused on. So the way that I set this up, and I should point out, this is my demo account. I do sometimes get people saying, oh, your whole system looks very different from what you talk about. That's true, because this is just my demonstration account. It's not my real account, because there's a lot of personal stuff in my regular account, so I do prefer to have a demonstration account. So here is my the project that I have set up, and this is exactly how I have it set up in my real Todoist, and I call it my purpose and objectives. Now it's relatively new. It's something that I came up with in probably the last 2 or 3 months because I wanted to stay focused in on the things that I deem to be truly important. So here we go. This is what we do. Now I have it's not really a mission statement as such, but something that I just truly want to remember every single day. And that's to wake up with energy. And the way to do that is to have a purpose for the day, which I isolate at the evening before when I do my golden 10, and then to stay focused on achieving that purpose for the day. And this is like my little reminder to myself to say I've got to wake up with energy, and the way to wake up with energy is to wake up with a purpose and to make sure that I stay focused on that purpose throughout the day. So the way that I've got this set up is each week will have a different focus. Now, sometimes at the moment, actually, this number one here, 2020 planning, that is my focus and has been my focus since round about the beginning of October. Now, when I say 2020 planning, it doesn't mean planning out the projects, it's discovering what I want to do. It's like October is what I call my month of discovery, because that's when I'm thinking about what I want to achieve and what I want to do next year. So that's my 2020 planning, and that's been my focus now, certainly since the beginning of October. And for a demonstration, just to show you that you can actually bring work projects into here, which is like the end of year review and plan presentation, which is due next week, which you can do by just using the regular bolding syntax. So just to show you this, by the way, up here, this is essentially the project name. Here is just a non-completable task, which is using, in my case, I use the asterisk, and then I want to bold that so it stands out. So I use the exclamation marks, but you could use a double star, wake up with energy, and then again ending it with the double exclamation mark. And then down here, these are just sections. So this is, you can see, this is just a section that I have here, which is this week's focus. And with this, in this task, I'm using an emoji, which is a big red dot, I suppose. Again, this is because it's a focus, it's not a task that I'm doing. Therefore, this is just a non-completable task, as you can see. And then we go down into this week. Now, these are the 3 things, and it's only 3 things. And by the way, I should point out that my week's focus is usually only 2 things that I really want to focus on. Ideally, one is going to be a professional one, and one is going to be a personal one. Now, the same when it comes to week, I only allow myself to have 3 things that I want to accomplish this week. And the main reason for that is simply because I want, if you start adding like 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 or 10, now it becomes overwhelming and you're just not going to do it. This has got to be achievable. If it's not achievable, it becomes powerless. You've got to make this slightly challenging, but it has to be achievable. So to exercise 6 times this week. Since my surgery last month, I'm coming back, getting my fitness back, and I'm really pushing myself quite hard now. So I'm running into 6 times a week between the gym and running. This one is a genuine one. The next one is actually it's for next week, which is to get my flights to Ireland and the UK booked. So this is just to give you an example of the kind of things that you can put in here. Remember, this is objectives and purpose. These are my objectives for the week, and also to start planning an idea that I have, which is a digital minimalism project, which you will hear about more in the new year. Just a project that I'm working on or developing at the moment, which I will be revealing in the new year. And then again, I've got 3 things for the month. Now, these are usually much bigger things because obviously they can take the whole month. So I want to, particularly this month, this is just an example, is to develop a fantastic Black Friday sales program or campaign. To run 10, this is a genuine one actually, to run my 10 kilometers in under 55 minutes by the end of this month. So it gives me that purpose for going out training and running, because now it's getting cold. And to finalize my 2020 planning ideas, because what I want to do is to complete my 2020 planning sheet so that I can start developing projects and ideas from that in December. So essentially that's how I have this all set up. So I have a mission statement, if you like, at the top. Now this can be your genuine personal mission statement. It could be a monthly statement that you really want to use, or it could be just an affirmation or a quotation that just to give you that little bit of incentive. And then your week's focus, it should be like the things that you want to focus on this week. These are not tasks. They're just areas that you want to focus on. And then you have this week, which are the tasks that you really want to complete or must complete this week. And then the bigger projects or the bigger things that you want to complete this month. And that's essentially all you need. Now, what I've also done is I've added this to my favorites, because I want to see that up at the top. I want to be able to access this whenever I feel my motivation is waning a little bit. I want to be able to go into this to remind myself of my purpose and objectives for this week and this month. I also, in my genuine account, my real Todoist account, in the routines folder, every Wednesday, I have a task that comes up to tell me to review this project every Wednesday. And of course, I review it on a Sunday as part of my week review, because that's when I set up the week and my daily actions that I want to follow. So there you go. I hope this is going to be giving you some ideas. The main reason for doing this is just to keep you focused on the things that are truly, truly important to you, and not allowing the day-to-day events to take over your life so that you're ending up spending all your day doing trivialities or doing other people's work, which of course is never good for you. So hopefully you found this useful. It just remains for me now to wish you all a very, very productive week. Thank you very much for watching this video. Now, have I got something special to tell you about? The Time and Life Mastery version 3 course has launched. Now, this course is transformative. It will transform your life. If you find that your life is drifting from one day to the next and that you feel that you're not actually achieving your goals, then this course is going to show you how to change that. It's going to show you how to identify what is truly important to you. It's going to show you how to find what it is you want out of life, and then show you the steps that you need to take in order to get there. This course is amazing. The feedback I've got from versions 1 and version 2 have just been tremendous. It has helped so many people, and I want this opportunity to tell you that it can do the same for you. I hope you will take a look at the course, have a go, take the course, and start transforming your life today. This course will do that for you. Take a look, get yourself enrolled, and hopefully I'll see you in the course.